Hi traders, welcome to the F Trader. I'm Kay and I'm going to give you another market brief. But if you like this channel, please give it a like and subscribe if you can. Okay, so sorry I haven't been in touch for the last couple of sessions. I've honestly been quite busy and a little bit lazy. But let me just give you guys a quick brief. So gold started to break down as we spoke. We hit this bottom of 16. Around 1675-ish, and the market started to gain on the 9th of March. We had a massive spike up. It was when the 1.9 trillion got authorized, broke out, and we broke that key 1700, and buyers have sort of come in. We've had a bit of a down day today, but it looks like the sentiment is changing back into the bullish territory. However, I'm a bit skeptical until we start making a break out of this 1735 and we start getting a bit run off higher. That's when we'll, after this range, we'll probably take a long position to the upside. But at the moment, this could very well just be another bear flag, and then gold could do further lows. I'm thinking this was it. It's kind of done a little bit of a bottom. It may sideways pattern a bit and then start making higher highs, and at that point we'll take a long position. But as it stands, we're just in a wait and watch mode. And as mentioned before, when the gold price started to break down, I did mention that the risk of inflation, when there's risk of inflation in my previous video, I said gold will break down. It will break down to a point where it shakes everyone out, and then they'll start moving it up, and that's exactly what's happened. And that's why I think this continuation of pattern will go. But we'll need to wait and see, and I'll show you what I mean on the US dollar index as well. Just quickly on the cable, if we go to the cable, so as the dollar index strengthened, and that was when there was a risk of inflation, there was, people did a little market sell-off. I'll show you that on the SP 500 as well. So there was this sell-off, there was demand for dollar, and then, dollar started weakening again as money moved back into the stocks, and the risk of inflation became apparent. And as you can see, the cable started moving back above this 20 EMA, and we should be looking to actually, today I was a little bit hesitant, but realistically I should have taken a long position at about 1.39, 30-ish. We haven't. If we get a little bit of a pullback, we'll take a long position to the upside and ride this wave. As you can see, we've been in a nice bullish pattern. So that's with the cable. Interestingly, with the Euro USD, we have started. I mean, the Euro USD really took a battering. It was less so with the cable, but we've seen the recovery. But I kind of don't feel comfortable enough to take a long position until we start breaking this 40 EMA, as it used to keep touch and go, touch and go. Sentiment has kind of gone into a bit of a bearish pattern, I would say, but not fully. Maybe even a sideways downish pattern. But I really do need to see this to start coming to the 1.21 before we start looking to take a long position. So we're in a wait and see mode there. One of the most frustrating things being a trader is when there is no good position to take, you have to keep discipline and actually not take that position. This was the chart when I was showing you that the dollar made the low, went up, it tested support, and then started making higher highs, and then just kept on going. And as you can see now, it's starting to break down. We could very potentially come back down to this region and give this support a test, and maybe even come further down to this point, which at those points gold should be rallying, cable should be rallying, and so should Euro USD, and we will hopefully be in a bullish position in those, a long position in those at that point. And this is exactly what happened. So there was demand. I'll show you this on the SP 500. There was demand for US dollars as the stock market sort of did a mini correction, and then money started moving into there, and commodities started to move up again, and the dollar starting to weaken. If I show you this on the SP 500, you can see here last couple of sessions, good last couple of sessions, we had this breakdown, kind of did a bottom and it started moving up again very nicely. And as you can see, we are still in this bullish pattern. This wasn't a market correction of any sort. This is just a typical pullback and the market consolidating and then moving high. If we actually do a higher high here and maybe a little pullback again, we should take a long position on the SP 500 because this bull run does not look like it's coming to an end. So stocks are still looking strong. They do look overbought, but who am I to argue with the Fed? They want to keep printing money, and the stock wants to keep moving up. We'll take a bull position. We'll take a long position and ride that bull wave. Just quickly on Bitcoin. Bitcoin just keeps doing well. We are testing this previous high that we did back in February. We had this good pullback. Really should have taken a long position around this 45. I'm just very reluctant with Bitcoin. I'm very scared because of the massive price swings that it does. Again, if we break this and we do a decent amount of sideways maybe patterning, we'll take a long position and hopefully just ride this wave even higher. If we hopefully get a pullback to this region, I would like to take a long position as well, but as it stands, we are going to just wait and see this pattern hopefully break out. But it's been very frustrating with me in Bitcoin. I just haven't been gutsy enough to take a position, and the risk to reward, I just can't justify it, so I've stayed out, and if we do take a position, it'll be very small. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry I haven't had the video out for the last 2 sessions, and I'll hopefully do another one for you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Take care.